So we're within the last several weeks before Ironman Wisconsin. We're back home. We're doing some familiar rides in some familiar territory, working on the rehab for the run, as you may have seen in previous videos in this series. I'm struggling with a little bit of an injury, and so we're going to continue to build on what we can. We're doing, some strength training just to sort of keep everything strong, keeping mobility good. And we're going to continue to focus on that and building on the bike and the swim. We're continuously testing the run weekly. Well, just finished a test run. It's been 6 weeks since the injury and 4 weeks until Ironman Wisconsin. Making progress. Was able to go even twice as far this time, which is a little over a kilometer. But week by week, we're getting better. So continuing to press on and test it and see how it mends itself. And I'm also doing weekly and sometimes twice a week physio, athletic therapy, massage, try to keep things loose and hopefully get past this point where we can start building a little bit more distance and intensity on the run. Well, just goes to show you that sometimes things don't go as planned. Today was supposed to be my long ride, and I was trying to make a good 5 hours out of it. Got a late start. Some stuff I had to do before I left the house, and so I went to a more local, straight, flat stretch of roads. So it's going to be more flat, no elevation, but I felt I could squeeze in some endurance, some long time in the saddle. Cut short, probably just around the 3 hour 20 mark. Just stuff I got to get back to, and a little bit of a mental struggle today. Life stuff to get done, and can't put a lot of things on the back burner. So I'm hoping next week, long ride, we'll be able to get some more time in the saddle, a little bit more endurance. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of making sure everything else is all taken care of. So, but anyway, that's what happens sometimes, and you can't beat yourself up about it. I'll try to squeeze in maybe an hour or two tomorrow to try to make up some of the time, the distance, but we'll see what we can do. So we are 2 weeks away from Ironman Wisconsin. That is my A race for 2025. I am on my way right now to an imaging appointment. We are still battling with that hip issue right after Tupper Lake Tinman at the end of June. We've done multiple rehabs on it, as you've probably seen in my past videos. And we're working with athletic therapists, my doctor, and my coach to try to get things freed up and get back to running as soon and safely as possible. We've done a couple of test runs over the last week, trying to push the distance a little bit further and further. Unfortunately, the issue is still present. We've seen some progress over the last several weeks, but it's really slow going right now. So like I said, I'm on my way to get some imaging done. It was a long time trying to get this appointment right from the start. And in order for it to be done any earlier, like today, I have to drive an hour and a half outside town to a private imaging center to get that done. Otherwise, I'll be waiting another month or 2 months. We're doing everything possible as far as the rehab goes. The imaging is just going to be another piece to try to solve this puzzle, and hopefully we'll get some answers shortly. As far as Ironman Wisconsin 2025, I've had a lot of discussions with family, coach, my athletic therapist, and also on how I feel. I have been able to continue to swim and bike. So I've been trying to keep the training up that way. Just unfortunately, the run's not there, and to make the trek to Wisconsin, just to do a swim bike and have a really I feel poor performance on a run, possibly a long walk that day, is not necessarily the best decision to make. So we're all sort of on board with that, and we're planning on kicking this can down the road for one more year. Ironman Wisconsin is still a race that I really want to go back to and see if I can pull off one of my better Ironman performances there. So 2025 was supposed to be the year. We're just going to knock it out one more year and come back, make sure that we're fit, we're strong, and we're going to take this off season at the end of the year. We're going to retool and come back next year and smash it. So no Ironman Wisconsin this year. Am I disappointed? Of course I am. This was my A race. I was going back to Wisconsin to improve on what I did last year, and I felt I had it in me, especially how the season started. We started strong. We had some good training. We had some good building blocks leading into the first couple of races this year. We had 2 third-place finishes and a 5th place at 70.3 Western Mass in June, and we were all set to continue the build through the summer into Ironman Wisconsin. But that's how life is sometimes in sport. You know, injury and niggles, it's all part of what we do. It's all part of the game. Unfortunately, this one is taking a lot longer to bounce back from than the typical, but we're doing our best to push forward. I want to wish everybody who's participating, competing in Ironman Wisconsin, have a great race. Hope you PR and hope you have fun. It is an electric atmosphere. Love it there, and we'll see you next year. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button for more future content.